Hi, Dr. Vargo again. This is day 2. This is what I do when people come in. First, they've been consulted. The last time I saw them, they've been examined. They've been x-rayed. Now they come in to find out the results of what they've got going on. Okay, so this gentleman here has his x-rays up before us, and I compare how his x-ray is to this chart over here, which shows normal here, jacked, really jacked, and toast. So what the heck does that mean exactly? Toast means that stuff ain't ever going to work right again the rest of his life, no matter what I do. Nobody can do anything about it. No surgery, no nothing. That's why I call it toast. Okay? Phase 1, degenerative joint disease, is what happens to somebody. They were normal, they hurt themselves, then they were not normal. If they took care of it in a small amount of time and they weren't hurt too badly, it probably healed up pretty darn close to normal. But let's say they didn't. They raided mom's medicine cabinet because they didn't want to admit that they were out with Jack who they shouldn't have been with, and he got in a fender bender. Okay? So they eat these pills. Let's say she's 17. She eats these pills, the ibuprofens or what have you, out of mom's medicine cabinet. Helps to calm down her neck pain. Over time, she no longer eats the Advil anymore. She doesn't hurt anymore. Out of sight, out of mind. Doesn't even think I'm okay. Just, I don't think about it anymore at all, you know. So some time goes on. She gets a little older. She was 17 when this accident happened. Maybe now she's 20 or 21. She's in college. Seems to have headaches once in a while. No big deal. Eat some Advil. Sometimes I have a stiff neck. Yeah, how inconvenient. I must have slept funny, because she's heard of other people sleeping funny. And she has no idea that you cannot sleep funny even once if there's nothing wrong with you. If you sleep funny, there's something wrong with you. Okay? So over time, the person becomes what is known as phase 1 degenerative joint disease. Degenerative means the breaking down of joints. It's called a disease because it will continue to get worse over time if something is not done to stop it from getting worse over time. So as time goes on, this becomes what is known as phase 2 degenerative joint disease, and it starts having arthritis in the joints. They didn't have to have this arthritis. They let this happen to themselves. In the overwhelming majority of cases of arthritis, of this type, osteoarthritis, they let this happen to themselves. Okay? What's happening is bone A is trying to grow to bone B, and bone B is trying to grow to bone A, and that trying to grow together is what the arthritis is. Over here, where I said it's toast, bone A and bone B grew together. It's a done deal. It's one big bone now. There used to be 2 bones in a disc, and it was a joint that moved around. So you can imagine if that's in your neck, you're stuck like this the rest of your life. If you take care of this over here, you got a neck like this. Because all that's lost if you get here. Okay, so this gentleman here, we're going to look at his x-ray. We look at his neck, and we see that stuff is curving around in a weird way here. This should be straight. Can you see where that's curving around weird there? Mm-hmm. And that's right about there, if this is showing on the film, where you're having your problem at. When we look at this sideways view of the low back, we see, oh, what's this? I look for holes here where these nerves come out to not be squeezing on the nerves. If they're squeezing on the nerves, well, that explains why the muscles are tight like a rock and hurt like hell. That could explain why there's a pain going down somebody's leg. That could explain why somebody might be having painful, erratic periods. If it's up in here, that could be explaining why somebody has heartburn all the time. They blame it on their spicy food, and it doesn't occur to them that the spicy food is just putting jalapeno juice in a burn, as opposed to dealing with what gave me the burn to begin with. Okay? If it's in the neck, it could mean I'm sleeping funny a lot. Seems to happen more and more often over the last year or so. Could be I'm having headaches more and more often. I used to have one once in a while. I didn't think twice about it. Then I'd have one periodically. Then I'd have one a month. I never really gave it any thought, but now I seem to be having 1 or 2 a week. As it goes on, I'd be having one every single day. I've taken care of people who have take Advil the moment they get up in case they're going to have a headache today because it's so predictable. They come in and see me and they say, you know, Doc, I wake up in the morning, I take this Advil before I take my shower. By the time I go to work, my headache's gone. But the darn thing comes back around lunchtime every day. I don't get it. And it's like, well, your Advil lasts for 4 hours. It wore off. So you did nothing to fix what's causing you to have the pain. You only took a vacation from the pain. In this office, we want to know that because we want to fix what's causing the pain so that accidentally you don't have pain anymore because we rehabilitated what was badly malfunctioning.